You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Yes, you are listening to Dirt Racing Podcast, as this is a catch-up show from the end of August to April or to September 18th, and I'll have a lot of results plus a preview of this weekend's Knoxville Latemodel Nationals. So we'll get started with some results. We'll go back to the Sprint Invaders on the 2nd of August, where they were in racing competition at Lee County. To speed this up, we're just going to give you the A main on this one instead of the normal. So picking up the win was the 11 of Colton Fisher, second to 57 of Cam Swirls, third to 63 JJ Hinkle, fourth to 40 of Cody Worley, fifth to 22 Riley Godot, sixth to 4 Cam Martin, seventh to 1 Tasker Phillips, eighth to 50 of Ayrton Jetton, ninth to 44 of Chris Martin, 10th to Luke Finardi, 11th to 7 of Tyler Lee, 12th to 49 Josh Steinerman, 13th to 99 Zach Dahm, 14th to 81 of Tanner Gebhardt, 15th to 88 of Riley Scott, 16th to 51 J of Blaine Jameson, 17th to 15 Junior Cole Weitzer, 18th to the Jaden Alexander in the 11X, 19th to 31 McLean Richards, 20th to 71 of Nathan Murders, and 21st and did not start was the 24 of Team Mac Terry McCarl. Worley led 1 through 12. Fisher led 13 through 25. The hard charger for the Wall Levitt KSC 75 buck hard charger was Cam Martin. Other contingencies: Tanner Gebhardt won DMI. The Scott Boulevard 50 car was the Saldana Racing Products. Luke Finardi won the King Racing. McLean Richards won the BR Motorsports. Rod End Supply was Nathan Murders, Josh Schneiderman, and Chris Martin. Brown and Miller Racing Solutions went to Cam Swirls. The next night was the 23rd, was the season championship at the Knoxville Raceway, as champions were crowned. Was crowned. We'll start with your 410s. All Austin McCall had to do was sign in, and he was the track champion, as the other champions was already crowned. So qualifying for the 410s, quick time was 88 Austin McCall, $100 from OpenWheel101.com at a 15.045. Second was the 22 Riley Goodnow at a 15.111. Third was the 45X Landon Crawley at a 15.172. Fourth was the 44 Chris Martin at a 15.173. Fifth, the 39 Lynn Jeffrey at a 15.248. Sixth was the 55 of Justin Henderson at a 15.255. Seventh, the 3P of Sawyer Phillips at a 15.294. Eighth was the one Taz of Tasker Phillips at a 15.312. Ninth was Brandon Wimmer in the 6K at a 15.360. 10th was the 11 of Roger Crockett at a 15.420. 11th, the 27 of Carson McCarl at a 15.431. 12th was the 15 Junior Cole Meitzer at a 15.433. 13th was the 49 of Josh Schneiderman at a 15.496. 14th was the 74 Xavier Donnelly at a 15.558. 15th was the 4 Cam Martin at a 15.576. 16th was the 1K of Kobe Watt at a 15.580. 17th, the 2KS is Jack Anderson at 15,602. 18th was the 2M of JJ Hinkle at 15,625. Scott Boguski in the 51 was 19th at 15,633. 20th, the 8 of Jacob Hughes at 15,652. 21st, the 7W of Alex Vandervoort at 15,691. 22nd was the 1 of Slam and Sammy Soldell at 15,842. The 23rd was the 44X of Scotty Johnson at 15,935. 24th, the 121 of RJ Johnson at 15,968. 25th, the 74N of Natalie Donnelly at 16,156. 26th was the 17A of Nathan Anderson at 16,546. And 27th was Heath Nestruck in the 4X at an 18,163. Your Heat Race 1 went to Josh Steinerman, 2nd Kobe Watt, 3rd Austin McCall, 4th Sawyer Phillips, 5th Roger Crockett, 6th Scott McGiskey, 7th Chris Martin, 8th Sammy Soldell, 9th and Natalie Donnelly. Heat Race 2 went to Jack Anderson, 2nd Tasker Phillips, 3rd Carson McCarl, 4th Xavier Donnelly, 5th Linton Jeffrey, 6th Riley Goodnow, 7th Jacob Hughes, 8th Scotty Johnson, and 9th Nathan Anderson. In Heat Race 3, your winner was Cam Martin, 2nd Brandon Wimmer, 3rd JJ Hinkle, 4th Justin Henderson, 5th Landon Crawley, 6th Cole Weitzer, 7th RJ Johnson, 8th Alexander Ford, and 9th Heath Neserstruck. In the B main, your winner was Alex Vandervoort, 2nd Sammy Soldell, 3rd AJ Johnson, 4th and final transfer Scotty Johnson. 5th was Natalie Donnelly. Nathan Anderson was 6th, and 7th Heath Neserstruck. In the feature, your winner was Austin McCall, 2nd Tasker Phelps, 3rd Radley Goodnow, 4th Brandon Wimmer, 5th Kobe Watts, 6th JJ Hinkle, 7th Justin Henderson, 8th Jack Anderson, 9th Sawyer Phillips, 10th Linton Jeffrey, 11th Chris Martin, 12th Scott McGiskey, 13th Josh Schneiderman, 14th Roger Crockett, 15th Xavier Donnelly, 16th Sammy Soldell, 17th was Cole Meitzer, 18th Alex Vandervoort, 19th Carson McCall, 20th Cameron Martin, 21st Landon Crawley, 22nd RJ Johnson, 23rd Jacob Hughes, and 24th Scotty Johnson. Austin McCall led 1 through 25. The hard charger was Hinkle, and the points champion was Austin McCall. Going into the night in the 360s, it was already wrapped up as Tasker Phillips would be your 2025 360 champion. But for the quick time was the 17 of Tyler Grudendijk at a 16,102. 2nd, 22 Riley Goodnow at 16,257. 3rd was 63 JJ Hinkle at 16,306. 4th was the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips at a 16,325. 5th was the 24H of Cade Higday at a 16,349. 6th, the 99 of Tony Ross at a 16,371. 7th was the 4 of Cam Martin at a 16,426. The 13 MX of Joe Beaver was 8th at a 16,435. 9th, the 40 Clint Gardner at a 16,437. 10th was the 01 of Carson McCarl at a 16,446. 11th was 83 of Kurt Mueller at a 16,529. 12th was the 77X of Alex Hill at a 16,535. 13th was the 38 of Logan Alexander at a 16,592. 14th was Ryan Giles in the 2M at a 16,649. 15th was the 6G of Cody Gardner at a 16,600. 6:57. 16th to 13 Emma Brent Moffitt at a 16:671. 17th of 57 to Cam Swirls at a 16:695. 18th was a 40 L of Ryan Levitt at a 720. 19th was a 7B of Ben Brown at a 16:741. 20th to 17B of Ryan Bickett at a 16:449. 21st was the 31 McLean Richards at a 16:764. 22nd the 3R Russell Potter at a 16:792. 23rd was the 24 T-Mac Terry McCall at a 16:814. 24th to 6th to Dustin Salvage at a 16:823. 25th to 33 of Alan Zoot at a 16:856. 26th Timothy Smith in the 86 at a 16:863. 27th to 4G Cole Gardner at a 17:053. 28th to 7C Chris Morgan at a 17:054. 29th to 5A of Alex Vandervoort at a 17:164. 30th to 4T T4 of Tyler Graves at a 17:206. 31st the 14 of Aiden Zoot at a 17:320. 32nd the 1A of John Anderson at an 18:821. And 33rd was the 32 of Riley Valentine at a 19:006. He race 1 went to Cam Swirls, 2nd to Clint Gardner, 3rd Tyler Grundyke, 4th Kate Higday, 5th Alex Vandervoort, 6th McLean Richards, 7th Logan Alexander, 8th Alan Zoot, 9th Riley Valentine. Heat race 2 went to Carson McCarl, 2nd Ryan Giles, 3rd Tony Ross, 4th Riley Goodnow, 5th to Ryan Levitt, 6th to Timothy Smith, 7th Tyler Graves, and credited with 8th was the 3 Russell Potter. Heat race 3 went to Terry McCarl, 2nd JJ Hinkle, 3rd Ben Brown, 4th Cody Gardner, 5th Cam Martin, 6th Kurt Mueller, 7th Aiden Zoo, and 8th Cole Gardner. Heat race number 2 went to Ryan Bickett, Tasker Phillips was 2nd, 3rd Dustin Salvage, 4th Alex Hill, 5th Brent Moffitt, 6th Joe Beaver, 7th Chris Morgan, and 8th John Anderson. The B main. Your winner was Dustin Salvage, 2nd Alexander Vort, 3rd Logan Alexander, with the Val Chancer Timothy Smith. 5th was Cole Gardner, 6th Chris Morgan, 7th McLean Richards, 8th Alan Zoot, 9th Aiden Zoot, 10th Tyler Graves, 11th Riley Valentine. Did not start credited with 12th Russell Potter, and 13th John Anderson. In the feature, your winner was Kate Higday, 2nd JJ Hinkle, 3rd Tasker Phillips, 4th Riley Goodnow, 5th Carson McCall, 6th Tony Ross, 7th Ryan Giles, 8th Dustin Salvage, 9th Clint Gardner, 10th Cam Martin, 11th Tyler Grundyke, 12th Ryan Bickett, 13th Cody Gardner, 14th Alexander Wart, 15th Cam Swirls, 16th Ryan Levitt, 17th Ben Brown, 18th Terry McCarl, 19th Timothy Smith, 20th Alex Hill, 21st Brett Moffitt, 22nd Kurt Mueller, 23rd Logan Alexander, 24th Joe Beaver. Higday led 1, Ross led 2, Higday 3 through 20, the hard charger was Salvage. In the pro sprints, the season championship was locked up, several in the month of July, with Jay Kender going to be your points champion. In qualifying, the 9 of Luke Lane was quick time at a 17:014. 2nd, the 88 of Jay Kender at a 17:098. 3rd was the 48 of Tyler Thompson at a 17:117. 4th was the 99 of Matthew Stelzner at a 17:256. 5th, the 44 of Brody Johnson at a 17:275. 6th, the 7C Devin Klein at a 17:285. 7th, the 17 of Matt Allen at a 17:328. 8th, was the 0 Mike Mayberry at a 17,363. 9th, the 57A of John Shigney at a 17,381. 10th was Jackson Gray in the 7G at a 17,483. 11th was the 41 of Jeff Wilkie at 17,499. 12th to 26 of Chase Young at a 17,581. 13th to 7 of Tim Smith at 17,649. 14th to 55 KC of Bob Hildreth at 17,660. 15th to 42J of Evan Jones at a 17,731. 16th, the 4S of Dave Sutton at 17,820. 17th was 23 Rob Kubley at 17,905. 18th, the 12K of Cody Hildreth at 18,306. And 19th, the 30C of Carter Hansen with no time. Heat race 1 went to Luke Lane. 2nd, Tyler Thompson. 3rd, Brody Johnson. 4th, Allen. 5th, Evan Jones. 6th, Jeff Wilkie. 7th, Tim Young. 8th, Josh Higday. Credited with 9th. It did not start with Rob Kubley. And 10th, Carter Hansen. Heat race 2 went to Chase Young. 2nd, Devin Klein. 3rd, Jackson Gray. 4th, Mike Mayberry. 5th, Matthew Selzer. 6th, Jake Hender. 7th, Bob Hildreth. 8th, Cody Hildreth. And 9th, to Dave Sutton. In the feature, your winner was Luke Lane. 2nd, Brody Johnson. 3rd, Jake Hender. 4th, Chase Young. 5th, Matthew Seltzer. 6th, Jackson Gray. 7th, Mike Mayberry. 8th, Tim Young. 9th, Cody Hildreth. 10th, Bob Hildreth. 11th, Evan Jones. 12th, Matt Allen. 13th, Carter Hansen. 14th, Devin Klein. 15th, Josh Higday. 16th, Jeff Wilkie. Did not start. 17th, Dave Sutton. 18th, Rob Kubley. And 19th, the failure to stop under red flag conditions as a disqualification was Tyler Thompson. Lane led 1 through 17. Cody Hildreth was a hard charger. Season championships was on the 23rd at 34 Raceway. We'll start with the 305 sprints. Picking up the win was the 17 Nathan Parks. 2nd, 27I of Tanner Gebhardt. 3rd was 51J Ryan Jameson. 4th, 52H Cole Helmerson. Riley Scott was 5th in 88. 6th, the 9L Lincoln Martin. 7th, the 7B Nick Guernsey. Rebecca Saravella in the 13C was 8th. Knight and the rest did not finish as a 9th. The 16 HD Ian Stewart. And Chuck Smith was 10th in the 8S. Modifieds picking up the win was the 53 of Logan Herbie Anderson. 2nd, the Chris Zog 9Z. 3rd, the 05 of John Oliver. 4th, the 5R Bill Roberts. 5th, 71 Dennis Lean. Blaze Lewis in the 44X was 6th. 7th, the 50 of Jace Eckridge. 8th, the 57 of Dustin Smith. Charlie Moore in the 99 was 9th. 10th, the 3S of Adam Shellman. Troy Emmerich in the 24M was 11th. 12th, the 32H of Skylar Haroon. Corey Sossaman in the I-25 was 13th. 14th, 26th of Scott Brow. 15th, 96 Matt Lundry. The 51 of Michael Benjamin was 16th. And 17th did not finish was the 7W Mark Winkle. And credited with 18th that did not start with Scott Brow. In stock cars, your winner was Trenton Witt in 33. 2nd, 05 John Oliver. Third, the 10G Justin Griffiths. Fourth, the C4 Cody Saucerman. Fifth, the 17 Emma Jared Miller. Sixth, the 333 of Luke Phillips. 725 of Andrew Shelf. Chad Krogmeyer, and the 12 was 8th. 9th, Perry Gilderstadt. 10th, the 06 of Jerry Jensen. The rest did not finishes or did not starts. 11th, the Chuck Underwood and 17 youth. 75 of Austin Kemper was 12th. Rob Kiefer in 53 or 51 was 13th and did not start in 14th. The 32 of Tom Cannon. In the swim mods, your winner was 117 Dylan Van Wyk. Kyler Gerard in 00 was second. Third, 12 S. Sean Wyatt. Logan Cumney in the 8C was fourth. Fifth, 55 of Justin Griffiths. Sixth, Kevin Govan in the 4G. Seventh, 22V of Jared Vandenberg. Matt Tucker in the 00 was 8th. Ninth, Travis Tedrow in the 13. Pat Emmerich in 35 was 10th. Will Emmerich in the 3 was 11th. 12th was Justin Huber in 7J. 13th, Josh Dietrich in the 12. The rest did not finishes. 14th, the 55J of Grady Jones. And 15th, the 78 of Kyle Miller. The mini haulers, your winner was the 4 Caleb Easley. Sheldon Brockett, 74, was second. Third, Colton Meager in the 72 was third. Fourth, Dawson Trips in 16. Brett Timmerman in 95 was fifth. Larry Hooper in 43 was sixth. 722, Hayden Dozell. Eighth, Christopher Lane in 28L. 9th to 15 of Tate Confelt. 10th, 82 of Austin Meeker. The rest did not finishes. 11th, the 44T of Tasker Timmerman. Lawrence Lane in the 11L was 12th. Danny Durst in 20D was 13th. 14th, the 141 of Derain Reimer. 15th, the 44 of Lyle Timmerman. And 16th, Peyton Lane in the 89L. Sport Compacts feature. Your winner was Tim Snottenhorse in the 63. Second was 57 Barry Tapp. Third, the 17 of Darren Smith. Fourth, Blaine Lambert in the 18L. Brian Wendell in the 19K was fifth. The rest did not start. Credited with 6 to 9 of Jordan Trips. And Caleb Giese in the 20C was 7th. In the late models, your winner was 52J Jeremy Punt. Second, 93J Johnson. 43 LV of Logan Valdos. Dustin Smith in 53 was fourth. Fifth, the 7B of Tommy Elston. Curtis Glover in the 30 was sixth. Seventh was the 06 of Ray Raker. Ron Boys in the 74 was eighth. Michael Leal in the 13 was ninth. 10th, Kyle Hollenbeck in 42. Scott Strauss in 34 was 11th. The rest did not finish his 12th. The 4B of Chris Zog. Jesse Bowden in the 2 junior was 13th. Darren Weisinger in the 11 was 14th. 15th, the 39 of Ed Hollenbeck. And 16th was the W56 of Gary Webb. The 29th over at the 34 Raceway. We'll start with your modified. Picking up the win was the 9Z of Chris Zog. Second, 99 Charlie Moore. Third, the 29 Spencer Dirks. Fourth, the 71 of Dennis Levine. Fifth, the 53 Logan Herbie Anderson. Sixth, the 5R Bill Roberts. Seventh was the 3S of Adam Shillman. Eighth, the 03B of Mark Bergtorth. Brian Bushlong in 85 was 9th. 10th, Donovan Lodge in the 32. 11th to 96, Matt Lundry. 12th to 26, Scott Brow. Levi Smith in the 19J was 13th. 14th, 51, Michael Benjamin. Justin Stevenson in 94X was 15th. The rest did not finish it. 16th to 50 of Jace Eckridge. Tom Bowling in the 17B was 17th. The 1777 of Austin Nealon was 18th, and Blaze Lewis in the 44X was 19th. In the mini haulers, your winner was Brett Timmerman in 95, second to 89L Lawrence Lane, third to 72 Colt Meeker. Tasker Timmerman in 44T was fourth, fifth Dawson Trips in 16, sixth 44 Lyle Timmerman. Christopher Lane in the 28L was 7th, 8th Hayden Derzell in 22, 9th Tate Confelt in 15, 10th Lawrence Lane in the 11L. 11th was the 4 Logan Grimm. Austin Meeker in the 82 was 12th and did not start in 13th, the 20D of Danny Durst. In the wing sprint cars, it was the Power Eye sprint cars were in attendance. We'll just give you the feature event. Picking up the win was the 74 Xavier Donnelly. Second, 51B of Joe B. Miller. Third, the 3 of Ayrton Jenton. Fourth, the 79 of Gage Montgomery. Fifth, the B8 of John Menard. Sixth, 63 J.J. Hinkle. Seventh, the 99 Zach Dom. 8th, 27 Carson McCarl. 9th, the 49 Josh Steierman. 97 Scotty Milan was 10th. 11th, 88 Austin McCarl. 12th, the 2KS of Jack Anderson. 13th was 44 Chris Martin. 14th, 15 Junior of Cole Meitzer. 15th, the 4 Cruz Dickerson. 16th, 74 Anna Lee Donnelly. McClay Richards in 31 was 17th, 18th to 44B of Corey Bronze. Preston Perlmutter at 44P to 44P was 19th. 20th was 17 of Sean Rahal. And Dylan Baldwin in the 17 was 21st. And in the Sport Compacts, your winner was Darren Smith in 17. Second, Chevy Barnes in 13C. Third, the 57 of Barry Taft. Alex Hayes in 23H was fourth. And fifth, Brandon Crawley in 38. Now we go to the Sprint Invaders on the 31st of August. As once again, we'll just give you your main event. Picking up the win was the 24 T-Mac Terry McCall. Second, the 11 of Colton Fisher. Third, the 40 of Cody Worley. Fourth, 99 of Zach Dom. Fifth, the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips. Sixth, Tyler Lee in the 7. Seventh, 49 Josh Schneiderman. 8th to 28 Luke Venardi. Luke Griffiths in the 11G was 9th. 10th to 31 McLean Richards. 11th was the 88 of Riley Scott. 12th to 15 Junior Cole Meitzer. 13th to 33 Alan Zoop. 14th the 11X of Jaden Alexander. 15th to 2A of Austin Archdale. 16th to 51J of Blaine Jameson. 17th was the 50 of JJ Hinkle. And credited with 18th was 81 Tanner Gebhardt. And 19th to 71 Nathan Murders. Fisher led 1 through 21. McCarl led 22 through 25. The hard charger was Scott for $75 from the Wall Levitt KSC hard charger. Other contingencies, the DMI was Scott Bolivar in the 50. The Saldana Racing Products was Cole Fisher in the 11. Tyler Lee in the 7 was King Racing Products. The BR Motorsports was the one Tazza Tasker Phillips. Rod End Supply was Blaine Jameson. In the 51, the Clayton Richards in 31, and the 88 of Riley Scott. And Brown & Miller Racing Solutions was the 24, Terry McCarl. There's 2 races left on the Sprint Invader schedule. Now to Super Nationals. We'll start with day 1, the dance. Because the Mud Light dance was supposed to be on Sunday, got rained out. So they ran on Monday. So picking up the win was the 11P of John Padilla. Second, Brandon Freeberg in the 2. Third was the 88G of Austin Gray. Fourth, the 9C of Riley Clem. Dylan Rafferty in 46 was 5th. Bryce Velman in the 52 was 6th. The 8X of Dylan Nager was 7th. 8th, Justin Rafferty in 75. 9th, the 99E of Josh May. 10th, the 4G of Ben George. 11th, the 18 of Blake Wilson. Jackson Carr in 55 was 12th. 13th, the 8 of Scott Jordan. Kevin Carl in the 0 was 14th. 15th, the 2RAJ of Jacob Dapper. Corey Stevenson in the 5 was 16th. 17th, the 18G of RJ Gonzalez. 19th was 18th to 44 Garrett Barber. The rest did not finish or did not start. 19th, the 11J of Joseph Dunlap. Caden Cochran in 20th in the 47X. Grant Rollins in the 49R was 21st. 22nd was the 70 of Alex Ishod. 23rd, the LR8 of Ronnie Schultz. Joe Glick in the 3G was 24th. 25th, the 6J of Joe Isabel. Jaden McDonald in the 722 was 26. 27th, 64, Randy Bryan. Brian Zeman, 46Z, was 28th. 29th, the 7HB of Jonathan Batron. It did not start in 30th, was the 29K of Dan Kettner. In the scheduled late model program on night number 1, your winner was the 99 Jesse Sabine. Zach Zeidner in 76 was second. Third, the 7C of Cody Thompson. CJ Horn in the 01 was fourth. Fifth, the 43 LV of Logan Velos. Sixth, the 10N of Cole Norquist. Matt Ryan in the 07 was seventh. Eighth, the 7 of Andy Nowinski. Kel Kosiski in the 90-35 was ninth. 10th, Jake Bridge in 83. TJ Forderman in the 32J was 11th. Alex Banks in the 12B was 12th. 13th, the 36J of Bo Johnson. 14th. These did not finish as the rest of the way. 14th, Mike Pearselly in 25P. 15th, the 99D Daryl DeFrance. Aiden Moore in the 8 was 16th. 17th, JJ Rodman in 25. Joe Beal in 77B was 18th. 19th, 56D and Travis Denning. Jeff Ike in the 77X was 20th. Corey Denburn in 77 was 21st. 22nd was 36 of Drew Baker, excuse me. And then 23rd, the 2J of Jesse Bowden. And 24th, the 22 of Austin Becerra. The next night, it was the Sport Compact's turn to the racetrack for their rig dance. In my mouth. Picking up the win was the 24 Dylan Richards. Second, Sean Legier in the 67L. Third, the 46 of Michael Gardner. Fourth, Brandon Rue in the 27. Fifth, Devin Jones in the 7. Sixth, the 45T of Johnny Thomas. Seventh, it's Christian Grady in the 89. Lucas Rick in 85 was 8th. 9th, Dylan Boink in the 2B. 10th, 63B of Terry Bickford. David Kimmel in the 33K was 11th. Josh Barnes in the 13B was 12th. 13th to 90 of Robert Rundle. Mitchell Bunch in the 83B was 14th. 15th to 12K of Kaylee Richards. David Kirkpatrick in the 63W was 16th. 17th, Kimberly Abbott in the 71. Zeke Wheeler in the 17M was 18th. 19th, the 22D of Dalton Sowers. Dalton Curlinman in the 7D was 21st. Evan Ewald in the 30E was 20th. Balin Rooker in the 27R was 22nd. The rest did not finishes. 23rd, the 5 of Oliver Munson. 24th, the 1 of Brad Chandler. Brandon Becker Storm, the 119 was 25th. 26th, Jason Weber in the 21J. 27th, the 3 of Jace Benishak. 28th was a 47 as Stephen Randall. 29th, the 16 of Curtis Madison. And Chris Pittman in the 30P was 30th. Then we go to the Saturday night for the rest of the dances. We'll start with the modifieds. Picking up the win was the 14W Tim Ward. Dakota Sproul and the 08S was second. Third, the 99D Dalton Murdy. Fourth was 11X of Tom Berry. Fifth, Jeremy Mills in the 10. Sixth, the 127 of Drew Jensen. Aaron Johnson in the 442 was 7th. Colin Higdon in the 48K was 8th. The 5L Cody Laney was 9th. 10th was 77T Trip Gaylord. 11th, the 18Z of Zane DeVellis. Johnny Whitman in the 08 was 12th. 13th, the 11th, Ethan Broxima. Bryson Yeager in the 33Y was 14th. 15th, the 5ZM of Zachary Madrid. Josh Long in 88 was 16th. 17th to 13 of Jerry Fodbo. 18th to 21CZ of Cole Sarneski. Zach Rahab in 74 was 19th. 20th to 5T of Jeff Taylor. Isaac Malco in 11M was 21st. 22nd to 75 Junior, Chaz Baca. Travis Hagan in the 14T was 23rd. The 02 Jacob Dahl was 24th. 25th, Gary in the 77. 26 was the 15M of Shane DeMay. 27th, the 7ST of Todd Steinhardt. The rest did not finishes. 28th, the 38T of Richie Gustin. The 12TC was Jacob Highshot in the 29th. Corey Saucerman in the 17 was 30th. 31st, the 5 of Todd Shute. 32nd was the 77A of Jeff Ike. And 33rd was the 4 of Ryan Mitlin. In the stock car dance, is the big race. Well, they call it the dance. Your winner was the 822 of Jake McBurney. Second, Jeffrey Abbey in the 37th. Third, Jeff Ware in 83. Fourth, the 99D of Dalton Murdy. Fifth, the 60 of William Gold. Sixth, Braden Richards in the 11R. Seventh, the 49F of Troy Fogler. Eighth, 12A of Weston Abbey. Ninth, the 250 of Tanner Burkhart. Kane Richards in the 1 was 10th. David Smith in the 8 was 11th. 12th, Chris Pruitt in 22 was 12th. Shelby Williams in the 82 was 13th. 14th, Jim Horish in the 21H. 15th, the 1 R. Craig Reitz. 16th, Cole Sarneski in the 21CZ. 17th, the 69 Junior of Jonathan Logue. 18th, the 3 of Mike Albertson. 19th, the 99 of Jesse Saving. Jared Seifer in the 25JF was 20th. Dylan Slocum in the 94S was 21st. 22nd, the 99X of Jeremy Christians. The rest did not finishes. In 23rd, the 46 of Johnny Carter. 24th, the 77M of Jeff Mueller. 25th, the 93 of Michael Jeanette. Doug Smith in the 12E was 26th. The 99 Double X of Dalton Murdy was 27th. 28th, the 30M of McGuire DeYoung. 29th, 75 Cole Sucko. And Kyle Wilson in the 49 was 30th. The Sport Mods. Big Dance. Picking up the win was Jake Sacco in the 14X. Second, 22X of Mike Smith. Cole Sacco in the 75S was third. Fourth, the 1 Junior Joe Reitz. Fourth, the 01 Brandon Carter. Fifth, or sixth, the 22C of Michael Johnson. Alex Fett in 08 was seventh. Eighth, Jacob Olmstead in 88J. Ninth, the 2X of Matt Aviva. Jeff Steensbergen in the 62S was 10th. 11th, the 131 of Caleb Woodward. 12th, 42 with Tyler Heckert. 13th, the 86W Welly Kirk. K3 Kyle Olson was 14th. 15th, Jason Brandenstatter in 51. 16th, the 07 of Corey Kempkis. Kobe Langenberger in the 1C was 17th. 75 of Tyler Johnson was 18th. 19th, the 37M of Derek Murphy. Jacob Newsome in the 423 was 20th. Hunter Londecker in the 93 was 21st. 22nd, 58, Hunter Poston. Jaden Pavelek in the 74P was 23rd. The rest did not finish his. 24th, the 2K of Taylor Cool. Jared Frenzen in 33 was 25th. Coy Vise in the 7V was 26th. 27th, the 7W Wolf. 28th, the T23 of Tony Olson. Joe Duckel in the 12D was 29th. And 30th, the 117 of Tyler Van Wyk. In the Hobby Stocks Big Dance, the 13N of Dylan Nelson, your winner. Blake Lungenberg in the 16X was second. Nathan Ballard in 29M was third. Justin Frederick in the 83X was fourth. 5th to 31, Dylan Bell. Skylar Pruitt in the 696X was 6th. Eric Knudsen, Eric with the C in the 12K was 7th. 8th, Joe Wollenhop in the 4W. Braden Hurley in the 38 was 9th. Briar Kriegel was 10th in the 17K. 11th, Brandon Nilsson in the T8. 12th to 17, Evan Shetler. Adam Hensel in the 7H was 13th. 14th was the 47, Sam West. 15th to 90, Joel McGee. Rusty Bates in the 84B was 16th. The rest did not finishes. 17th to 51X, Dustin Falloon. Colin Heron in the 19H was 18th. Zach Olmstead in the 98Z was 19th. Caleb Bronstein in the 0K was 20th. 21st, the 77W, Cody Williams. Mitchell McNeil, the 2M was 22nd. 23rd, the 11B is Solomon Bennett. 24th, the 78B of Andrew Berg. 25th was the 7B Eric Stan. 26th, Jordan Fisher in 52. Hunter Farrell in the 4 was 27th. 28th was the 24R Dylan Richards. 29th, the 55X of Corey Vanderwill. And 30th, the 32J of Austin Jentz. That will wrap up the results from Super Nationals. Now time for the late models for this weekend at the Knoxville Raceway preview. The format is different than the your normal 2 nationals because Thursday and Friday everybody races both nights. So the time trials, there will be a split group. For example, 60 cars, each group would have 30. Group A would go into heat races 1, 2, and 3. The second group 4, 5, and 6. Heat races are 12 laps in the length with the invert of 6 by time trials. Top 3 finishers to the A, every 5 to 12 to the B main. Then the B mains will take your final 3 out of each to the feature. The A main is 25 laps with the invert of 8. The points are the exact same as the 360 and 410 nationals, with 200 for quick time, 198 for second, 196 for third, dropped down by 2. Heat races are 100 for first, 92nd for second, 93 for third, and dropped by 3. Then the A main points are the same, but here is the difference. Instead of combining the 2 nights, the teams will take the higher of point night would take them to Saturday. Top 24 get already locked into Saturday by points totals. And then Saturday will be 2 B mains to transfer the rest to the starting lineup, and then provisionals if needed. So up to 32 cars. The A main will be, the B mains will be 15 laps each. The A main 75, and then the Melbourne Bank Super Late Model Series will run their 22. The one they'll full program with the 22 lap feature. the purse. Basically, to win the A main on the Thursday, Friday, it's $10,000 to win, $800 to start for 24th. The B main are basically $200. And then Saturday, the top three do transfer. 4th through 11 is 500. 12th through 24th is 400. The main event is 75,000 to win, 2,500 to start, and 32nd. Total burst for Thursday, Friday is 115,150. On Saturday, it's 237,200. For total purse for the late model nationals is 352,350. And then, of course, there'll be an auction at the Hall of Fame on Saturday after the races on Friday night. There'll be an interview Friday on the second floor at the Nationals with Ricky Thornton. We will have that whole interview, by the way, after the races on Friday. Will be the boys at midnight approximately. The Grilled Cheese Nationals will be presented by our friends at 34 Raceway. On Saturday, the memorabilia auction at the Hall of Fame starts at 11:30. 1:45 is the dirt racing outreach church service at Dyer Hudson, and at 4 p.m. is the autograph session at Dyer Hudson. Some quick history. We'll go back to 2014. Your winner was Brian Burkhoff. 15 was Jared Landers. 16-17 was Mike Marlar. 18 and 19 was Owens. No race in 20. 21st was Marlar again. 22nd was Davenport. 23rd was Ricky Thornton. And last year was Bobby Pierce. That will wrap up the show for this today, as we'll be back tomorrow with results from night number 1 of the Late Model Nationals and the points, and get you ready for night racing number 2. This has been another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hain. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.